Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. This time it's going to be on Donald Trump again, because apparently he was allegedly arrested again. So I'll put a link up to my last Donald Trump arrested reading up here. So this time, Donald Trump has allegedly been arrested for, allegedly, sharing secrets from the U.S. and withholding documents or something, or an espionage or whatever the hell. I don't really know. I don't really follow the news and the politics like that, so I'm not really 100% sure. I'm just going to dive into the reading, but my understanding of this is that the allegations are that he was like taking documents and maybe giving info to people he shouldn't, and like spying maybe. So I don't know. Let's just kind of go ahead and do the reading and see what happens. So remember, these readings are all alleged from entertainment purposes only, and let's get started. Okay. Okay, so Donald Trump, the U.S. government, the energy between them. Girl. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't come for me, please. If you're a fan of him, don't come for me. If you don't like him, don't come for me, okay? I'm a neutral party. I'm just telling you what I see. So Donald Trump showed up as magician. Okay, magician is communication. That's someone who talks way too much. Okay? And the Seven of Swords is reversed, which would be like, you look at the Seven of Swords like the U.S. government, right? So I'm looking at the secrets and seeing if he did it or not, right? Is he guilty or not? And the Seven of Swords is reversed, which is a failure. So that's sharing our failures. Magician, I'm talking about failures, and the Two of Pentacles, and I'm sharing it between two people. The Two of Pentacles is an exchange. Sometimes it's a business exchange between two people. Other times it's just an exchange of information. So I actually do think that he talked too much. Now, whether or not that's intentional, that's up for debate. But he absolutely spilled things he should not have spilled. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because magician is loose lips. And it's about our failures, like things that we're failing at or suck at. Think of it almost like talking shit, like the Two of Pentacles. It's like, oh yeah, well, our business decisions are flops, or our this is bad, or our that is sucks. Like he's just too loose lipped. Like way too loose lipped. And yeah, sometimes the Two of Pentacles does indicate a business deal. Like I give you something, you give me something. It's possible. But it's also possible that he's just talking to people he shouldn't. Lover's card's reversed. The Knight of Pentacles upright, Eight of Pentacles, which tells me that's usually like a whistleblower, or like someone that you thought was like on your side but isn't, like a double agent. Lover's card reversed. Knight of Pentacles upright and Eight of Pentacles. So definitely looks like they've been gathering intel on him for a very long time. It looks like there was somebody undercover, like a double agent around him for a very long time, who whistleblowed or who just spilled the beans. I definitely think people have been infiltrating his, what do you call that? His like posse, to gather intel on him. I also think there's a lot of people that are ratting him out. So he's a little screwed here. Eight of Cups is reversed. The Wheel of Fortune is reversed. The Ten of Pentacles. That's about everyone trying to grab as much money and success as they can from him and then run and toss him. So basically what I'm seeing is like a lot of the things that he used to do back in the day before he was even president. He would always brag about the fact that he was able to make a lot of money and then get out before things went to shit, right? Even if it was at the detriment of other people. And people would just be like, oh, he's a good businessman, right? Cool. Everyone else has done that to him now. Emperor's reverse, which is about knocking him off his throne. And it's also about him losing power. So for me, I think other people just beat him at his game. I think other people were like, I'm going to sell you out and I'm going to throw you under the bus. You've been doing this to so many people for so many years, but I was right under your nose the entire time and you didn't know. You trusted the wrong people. So he did get played, but the thing is like, if you're doing this to other people and someone else just does it better than you, aren't they just a better businessman than you? Isn't that like the catch of it all. He bragged about being such a great businessman, which maybe he was, right? There's an argument for that. But if someone else does it better than you, can you get mad at them? Or can you just say what he would say, which is that he's just a better businessman? So someone just used his logic against him. I think it's multiple people, but there's one overarching. Death upright, Page of Cups, High Priestess. I'd be pretty shocked if this particular charge didn't stick. If it doesn't stick, it's because there's a deal or there's something behind the scenes that's being struck. Just because the High Priestess and the Page of Cups says that they're still fishing for more information. So he might have leverage with something else. Yeah, see the moon. Yeah, so here's the thing. So all alleged for timbers only. So if he was giving intel to other people, that means other people were giving intel to him. And so he's a wealth of knowledge. So the thing is he more valuable to give us information on other people? Or do we just say we don't need that information and we just, you know, send him to prison, jail, whatever, or fine, whatever the repercussions of the action is? Because he does know secrets about other people. So there is a discussion about can we get Donald Trump to flip on everyone else? Which he would totally sing like a canary. So he is valuable in some way. So that's why this is a little bit more complicated and not as black and white. But I do think he did what they're saying he did. I actually do. Fool, Six of Cups reversed, and King of Wands reversed. Yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to work. I mean, sometimes it's like cutting a deal, but it really just depends. King of Wands reversed, Six of Cups, Fool. One of his children is in deep shit. Fool, Six of Cups, reversed, and King of Wands. That's one of his children. The Fool's like a child, and so is the Six of Cups. And the King of Wands, in over your head. One of his children is really screwed here. I don't think that this has come to light yet, but he's got legal trouble coming. Hardcore. Knight of Wands reversed, Seven of Pentacles reversed, and Nine of Cups. Something about getting everything I've wanted at any cost. Oh yeah, it'll be all over the internet. Six of Swords. Is he married? Are any of his children married? I guess it could be he has a daughter too, so it could be his daughter too. But the Hierophant is like a commitment. Six of Swords reversed and Devil. I mean, I guess that could translate to stepping out of a marriage or cheating or something, but could also just in general mean that there's there's a social media uproar, because Six of Swords can also be the internet, and then Hierophant is about them following through with the uproar, so it can go either way. That's a scandal that's coming pretty soon, though. Lots of accusations being thrown out here. Ooh, this is not good. Their house of cards is starting to crumble. I'm not gonna lie. The problem here is even if you're someone that likes what Trump stands for, it's going to be difficult to stand behind the family moving forward, because it looks like we're going to see a changing of hands. So someone else is going to pick up the torch that the Trumps left. Strength card, Nine of Swords reverse, and Four of Cups. Somebody else is they're going to pass the torch to either another person or another family. It's basically like, you know, being around them and surrounding them is not good for anyone, and it's not good for the cause. And so it looks like there's going to be a focus on someone new here pretty soon. Someone else in the political sphere, potential family, but I'm not sure. But they're definitely handing the torch. I don't think the Trumps are willingly handing the torch. I think everyone else is taking the torch from his hands and handing it to other people as the House of Cards crumbles. So I think a lot of people are probably just going to jump from supporting Trump to supporting the next person here, because it looks like they might try to make like his children the future, and then there's too many scandals with the children, and then it goes to a different political person. Because the Strength card in the Four of Cups is like people being frustrated. Nine of Swords. Yeah, the public is like over it. Judgment reverse, Eight of Swords reverse, and Ace of Cups. It's like they've fallen out of love with their behavior. I think it's too much of a risk. Well, interesting here. I will tell you this, and this is probably going to be pretty shocking. I don't really like to do political readings too much, but it's coming through in this reading, and so I am going to say this, and if it upsets someone, oh well, it's just what I see. All alleged for interpreters only. The Republican Party is about to change because they're actively looking for people who are part of the LGBT spectrum to push. There's a big peak here this makes me feel like there's a big peak coming when it comes, like a big wave that they want to ride when it comes to conservative LGBT people. So you're going to see a narrative push in their political sphere with people who are LGBT but are conservative. Because the Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands, how do we avoid all of the backlash that we're getting? We have not reached expectations. The King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, we're not emotionally connecting to people. So how do we emotionally connect to people? And yeah, there's the Queen of Wands reversed. It's all the controversy that's going on right now. So the reason I say all of this is because we pulled the Devil card there, and a lot of times the Devil card stands for trans issues. And then we see the Queen of Wands reversed, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So like fighting in the home and family. This is just the rhetoric that has been spread about like LGBT people and stuff. So I'm not going to super explain how I got there. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, oh well, just trust me when I say this is what I see. So sorry if you're trying to learn tarot and it didn't make sense. But the Queen of Wands being reversed they're adamant about pushing people forward who are LGBT and super conservative. That's like their big take. So like, you're going to be seeing people who are trans that don't agree with certain, narratives that are out there for trans people, or gay people who don't agree with the certain narratives that are being pushed about gay people. There's a big conservative push for this. They're going to do it slowly, but they're going to try to bring that in. And that's going to be their way of being like, see, we like gay people, we like trans people, whatever. Again, I'm not telling you what side to pick. If you're conservative, that's your prerogative. But what I'm saying is this is where I think their next big push is going to be coming from. And I think them moving away from Trump and into the new energy, this is where they're going to focus. Because it reminds me of like the Kardashians. It's like we're trying to find a new family to like milk. Not that I think the Kardashians are conservative. Although, well, I mean, Caitlyn Jenner is. But regardless, I see kind of like a narrative push. So I do think Trump's House of Cards are starting to crumble. I'm sure there'll always be some sort of pull with them, but politically, I don't think their pull is going to be as polarizing as it used to be. I think they're trying to shift the focus onto something else. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? If you think about it from a polling standpoint, if someone has already lost, you're probably going to shift your focus onto someone else who hasn't lost yet and could win, right? Just odds-wise, like statistically. So, yeah, that's kind of what I see. I hope you guys like that. If you did, make sure you tip. There's a link to my PayPal down below. There's a button that says heart. It says thanks to you money directly. Follow me Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Antphrodite. Subscribe down below. Private readings have started to roll out, although they sell out fast on Antphrodite.com. And until next time, bye guys.